Hello YouTube, this is Sovereign, and this is a kind of a special edition episode a little bit, but I can't tell you till later, but I'll tell you later why it's special. Um, well, one reason why it's special is that so if anybody doesn't know, which I'm sure nobody does, I am a amateur astrophotographer at times, and amateur astronomer at times. Have a few different telescopes, a couple cameras, and it's funny, ever since the last total solar eclipse, that not the one that happened this year, the one previous to that, that was uh, visible in the United States, um, I have been desperately trying to capture a lunar eclipse with photography. And, I'll arrange to be off of work, I'll get off of work early, whatever, and it's thunderstorming or raining or cloudy or otherwise I can't either see or take do photography. So that has also happened tonight, but that's special for a different reason. But anyway, let's get on with it. So Huamatw, I'm not sure if that's like a name I'm just not familiar with, but that's my opponent playing as the Khmer, who sort of everybody knows. I think you can sort of part of their gimmick is that you can age up without buildings, and you can also like do things like build a stable without building a barracks and stuff like that. So actually, not bad. That saves a lot of time, saves a lot of resources. Also, the mills or the farms not needing mills or drop-off points at all, also extremely good. Uh, Very similar. I think I've mentioned this before. Very similar to the Khitans pastures, where instead of the pastures not having drop off a need for a drop off point, they just have a drop off point built in, and the workers only carry a little bit of food at a time, so they actually work kind of similarly. But yeah, so Elo's here. I believe that was accurate. So it looks like my opponent was also sub 1000 Elo, 998. This could have been the one. They have like 1100 matches. I'm actually kind of surprised. There are a lot of people around, looks like around 1000 Elo or just under 1000 Elo, um, who have quite a few matches. But yeah, so, and it is interesting because you can sort of tell to a certain extent that people are experienced, but I don't know what it is. There's different things that hold them back. So, lots of different ways that people can be held back. Yeah, I have noticed actually in the replays they show as being owned even when they're not, which is interesting. But anyway, let's get on with it, eh? Start the game already, huh? So as you guys know, if you've been watching my videos at all, I usually go with a scouts opening. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do this time as well. There's always a, well, I wouldn't say always, but yeah, I suppose I would say always. There's always a little variation. Oh, wait, I have to show you guys this. I make a epic mistake. It's not with this boar, but it's the second boar. Spoilers, I do lose a villager at some point. So I make a mistake with this one in that I kind of run out of its line of sight before it has a chance to get me, and then I waste some time. Just low elo things. Um, Gathering my piggies, scouting my base. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I need to. Oh, okay. I'm like, what? Did I get lamed? No, their scout is just extremely adventurous and is lucky it didn't get lamed. So yeah, it looks like Fairly typical opening for the opponent. More idle time than I have. Yeah, I think it's this is the villager, and what's frustrating is that the mistake. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not because I'm not paying attention when it goes out or anything like that. It's because I'm not paying attention when it comes in, and I accidentally ungarrison, and I accidentally misclick and don't garrison. Yeah, I was like, oh, of course. Of course, a match where I could potentially break 1,000 elo. Of course, I would screw something like that up. It's only natural. Opponent's pushing deer. Now, I think I mentioned before that I sometimes do and I sometimes don't, but I typically don't. I mean, I don't think I even noticed that there were deer because I wasn't even looking for it. I was like, if there are chickens, I was gonna grab them, but I'm not thinking about deer. I feel like I'm still at a point where there's too many things that I'm trying to master at once, and I just figure that. Don't get me wrong, deer pushed deer is technically the by far the most efficient food resource in the game, and it is, one, two, three, we'll say four something uh, worth of deer, 420 something like that. One, two, three, 420. Amount of that's a lot of food. That's almost a whole age worth of food. But there are other food sources available, and I like to scout, as you all know, and it's not going to be a surprise. This isn't even a spoiler to tell you this. As you guys know, my signature strategy for scouting is to torpedo the opponent's town center. So you'll see that. It just takes me a while to find them. I'm like really looking around, can't find them. Pick the wrong side to look. Looks like the opponent, yeah, they pushed every single deer. Um, I'm still up faster though. No pastures required. Still up faster. So yeah, now my opponent, yeah, my sad horsey, um, F's in chat. So now my opponent's scouting me. Gonna, I'm gonna charge a fee for entering my base. I doubt I'll kill them. I don't feel like trying to fumble around with quick walls too hard. But I just don't want their presence in my base to cost nothing. Ideally, I'd kill it, but just making him scared to stick around is good enough for me. Got that stable going, and I know there's a gap here. Interestingly enough, like maybe I should have pushed these deer because I am short on food. I think it's partially because I pulled the villager off, right? But I sort of ate my food under the town center very fast, and didn't push these deer. So that did, to be fair, it did set me back a little bit. Like I'm getting a little bit of idle time because I clicked to make a scout and then just barely didn't have enough for another villager. But anyway, I'm kind of curious what my opponent was doing. Yeah, they're pretty much doing what I figured. It's interesting that they got this market because like I don't see them going on stone to like do you know a phosphorus or something. And yeah, I'm still above in villager. Well, I was above in villager count. I imagine I will be again soon. But that's all that idle time. It really makes a difference. Get ahead just from doing nothing. I lost a villager. You know, this is a little maybe greedy, but yeah, I don't know. It's fine, I guess. And yeah. No military to speak of for my opponent. I'm almost done walling, or it looks like I am done walling. Excuse me. Building my scouts. And I figure I'm doing my thing where I'm trying to figure out when I should attack. I figure I have 4 scouts. Let's do it. Let's go for it. I have this villager queue up a blacksmith so that I can get those very, very tasty attack upgrades. Other civs, I would probably not do that, but there's just, you get a lot of value because you get double upgrades for the attack. So I'm like, all right, they're walled, or they're, look at that. I should have, can you imagine? I should have kept going. I should have checked it out. I need to do that more often. This is why I like watching, because you see your mistakes, you know? I had the advantage. I should have kept going and just looked, you know? So now wait, what are you doing? I guess I didn't see it. Probably trying to go back and forth between here and the base, get the food income going. So my opponent has clicked up the castle, as you can see, with, you know, basically nothing. They opened the door for me. Thank you. Kill the spear. Still don't have the attack upgrade yet. Unfortunate. See these 2 vills. Those the house hiding is very effective. I will admit. The houses are very effective. Now this is not very effective. But I am getting a tiny bit braver with my scouts, like diving in just a little bit. Just just a little. Just enough to get like a kill or shave off some critical HP for an attack later. And I see that they've gone up to castle, and I commit just a tiny bit more to feudal because I know that they don't really have, they're gonna have to respond by building spears, right? So I can delay whatever their plan is in Castle Age and get them on spears, maybe even get them upgrading them. Yeah, they're upgrading their spears. That's good. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Oh, yeah. I ran into those guys. I didn't even see it at first. And now I'm like, okay, I got the scouts on the inside, got scouts on the outside. I need to, there's too many spears here to fight, obviously, so I need to get these scouts together and out so that they can be effective. The hiding is very good. And I know I'm going to take a few hits here. I might even lose a unit, but, like, whatever. I got to get out. I got to get out. And there we go. I figured now's a good time to bravely run away. Look at all these spears, though. I love it. I see that. I'm not upset. I'm not like, oh no, they're countering my units. I do build like a bunch of a good chunk of skirmishers now, because I see all these spears and I think, I don't know, could be misled enough to try to attack me or something with a bunch of spears. So, and then if I do want to get back in and they go heavy into technologies for like their pikes and they pump out a bunch of pikes, that could actually become a problem. So I have sort of learned somewhat recently. I say somewhat recently, my very last ranked game, that skirms to cover your melee cavalry is actually very nice, even to make just like a little bit preemptively, even if it's just a little bit of a waste, um, because it's a nice insurance policy. You can take out spears very easily if they go into like cav archers or as the last match bolas riders, bolos riders. And yeah, this is not an attack. This is just me checking stuff out. Yeah, my opponent turns out is not really building more spears slash pikemen or upgrading them at all. However, like I honestly, if you make this many, you might as well upgrade them to pikes at least. You know. Plus, you got the upgrade, melee armor upgrade. Oh, but now I've. Oh yeah, no. That's right. I think their plan is to go knights. I mean, I guess maybe elephants, but knights probably. But like one stable, like okay, you fast castle. Well, you didn't really fast castle, but like you went up to castle quickly. Uh, you know why just the one stable? Building extra TCs, but not building villagers out of them is a problem. Yeah, I wanted to build a TC right here, but you know the damn hills. So this is not ideal, but it's kind of close enough to this wood line to justify putting it there, I guess. And I just want the extra villager production just a little bit because I've got extra food, so I might as well produce some more villagers as I'm producing my step lancer mass. And here comes a single knight. And then we're getting bloodlines for that single knight. Trying to remember to get some eco upgrades earlier on. These pastures are very expensive. I guess technically, in the scheme of things, they're less expensive than farms, but they're expensive to be rebuilding because they cost so much to upfront 110 wood. And yeah, now I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I doubt that they have anything to stop me. I just need to get in and do the damage and do enough damage to teach them that the game is over. But we'll see. Yep, and I break in there. Slaughter some villagers. I don't know what these villagers are doing, running to their doom. Oh, that's right. They hit their town bell, so their villagers go to run the house because it's nearby, but the house is in front of, is behind my units. So my units welcome them with open arms. Do some. I think I split these guys up a little bit. Try to kill as many vulnerable villagers before I take too much damage. And now I'm like, all right, let's just break some houses, get them open a little bit. I've got step lancers producing 3 TC or 3 stable. Uh, I've learned kill the monk fast. Just kill it. You see that? You can attack over the resource. It's so nice. Scouts are putting in work too still. See, that's the thing too. You build some scouts in feudal, and you know, it's not like if you don't get them killed, then they're still around to help out. But yeah, I bring out my skirms, and I've stopped producing them, obviously. I just brought them out just in case a mass of spears comes out of nowhere. I can move them in quickly, but they are not needed. Just build vills, build step lancers, and kill. Yep, and there we go. There we go. Oh, my EPMs are... oh, that's their EPMs. Oh, very nice. But, you know, not good enough, obviously, but... Yeah. This is closer to average for me. But alright. But yeah, so obviously the big special thing is that I'm now back over 1,000 elo. I say back over, I've never been 1,000 elo, but theoretically you start with 1,000 elo and people steal your elo from you and beat you up and throw you down a hill. And then you get back up the hill and you get your elo back. That's the way I think of it. So I've gotten my elo back. I didn't steal it from the people who stole it from me, but I stole it from somebody else. Can't beat 'em, join 'em. This is a much better KD than the last match, which is like reversed, even though I won. Um, yeah, yeah. This game did not even 30 minutes. All right, fantastic. Eco. Did not go in stone yet. Didn't see the need to. See, the castle times definitely faster. Definitely at least partially because of the Khitans or the Khmer bonuses of not needing buildings to go up to the next age. Saves a lot of time and resources. Plus, they didn't invest into any kind of feudal attack, which the thing is that like if you're gonna go up to feudal, like I'm slightly late, and this is later than usual, but kind of want to have an economy going into Castle Age, and they pretty much had the same economy as I did going into feudal. Building vills. Yeah, look at all the eco. So way more army APM somehow as well. I don't really know what they were doing, but idle time could be better, but is not catastrophically bad. This is pretty bad. They built the extra TCs and just weren't using them. Look at that. Producing vills. Very happy to be producing vills. Maybe do I have the resources? Yeah, maybe I could have thought about. Oh yeah, I have a lot of wood now. I was running out of wood, and now I have too much. I need to pull like half these dudes off and make farms. Well, I don't need to do anything, I guess, because I've won. But yeah, this is the big hit on the wood line. And then yeah, the plan would be just keep flooding and shutting down their economy and having dudes in here, and then I was gonna start probably build like a siege workshop or two at the front with a villager. Get a second TC, probably here. Start taking stone, maybe here to take more gold, or I might just put, you know, just start expanding. Well, since I have map control, maybe build a monastery like up here or in here somewhere, and get these relics that are nearby. This is interesting. They really they were like, all right, I'm playing arena. I gotta get the relics. Nope. All right, that's it. Until next time.